Coming up on 5 Minute News. New York Governor Cuomo resigns over sexual harassment allegations. Big win for $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. And Ethiopia calls all capable citizens to fight in Tigray war. It's Wednesday, August 11. I'm Anthony Davis. Governor Andrew Cuomo announced his resignation on Tuesday over a barrage of sexual harassment allegations in a fall from grace a year after he was widely hailed nationally for his detailed daily briefings and leadership during some of the darkest days of the COVID-19 pandemic. The 63-year-old Democrat emphatically denied intentionally mistreating women and called the pressure for his ouster politically motivated. But he said that fighting back in this too-hot political climate would subject the state to months of turmoil. "The best way I can help now is if I step aside and let government get back to governing," Cuomo said in a televised address. The third-term governor's resignation, which will take effect in 2 weeks, was announced as momentum built in the legislature to remove him by impeachment, and after the entire Democratic establishment had turned against him, with President Joe Biden joining those calling on him to resign. The decision came a week after New York's Attorney General released the results of an investigation that found Cuomo sexually harassed at least 11 women. Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul, a 62-year-old Democrat and former member of Congress from the Buffalo area, will become the state's 57th governor and the first woman to hold the post. She said Cuomo's resignation was the right thing to do and in the best interests of New Yorkers. With a robust vote after weeks of fits and starts, the U.S. Senate approved a $1 trillion infrastructure plan for states coast to coast on Tuesday as a rare coalition of Democrats and Republicans joined together to overcome skeptics and deliver a cornerstone of President Joe Biden's agenda. "Today we prove that democracy can still work," Biden declared at the White House, noting that the 69-30 vote included even Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell. "We can still come together to do big things, important things for the American people," Biden said. The overwhelming tally provided fresh momentum for the first phase of Biden's Build Back Better priorities, now heading to the House. A sizable number of lawmakers showed they were willing to set aside partisan pressures, at least for a moment, eager to send billions to their states for rebuilding roads, broadband internet, water pipes, and the public works systems that underpin much of American life. The vote also set the stage for a much more contentious fight over Biden's bigger $3.5 trillion package that is next up in the Senate, a more liberal undertaking of childcare, elder care, and other programs that is much more partisan and expected to draw only Democratic support. That debate is expected to extend into the fall. With the Republicans lockstep against the next big package and anything suggested by Democrats, many of them reached for the current compromise with the White House because they, too, wanted to show they could deliver and the government could function. Ethiopia's government on Tuesday summoned all capable citizens to war, urging them to join the country's military to stop resurgent forces from the embattled Tigray region once and for all. The call to arms is an ominous sign that all of Ethiopia's 110 million people are being drawn into a conflict that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, a Nobel Peace Prize winner, once declared would be over within weeks. The deadly fighting has now spread beyond Tigray into neighbouring regions. Tuesday's announcement effectively ends the unilateral ceasefire the government declared in June as its military retreated from Tigray. It is also almost certain to magnify the toll of a 9-month war that has led to the massacre of thousands, widespread gang rapes, and displacement of entire communities, mostly Tigrayan. Hundreds of thousands of people in Tigray now face famine conditions in the world's worst hunger crisis in a decade. The Prime Minister's summons chilled Tigrayans, even outside Tigray, with the statement calling on all Ethiopians to be the eyes and ears of the country in order to track down and expose spies and agents of the Tigray forces. Witnesses and lawyers have said thousands of Tigrayans already have been detained during the conflict for their identity alone. You can subscribe to 5 Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5 Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5 Minute News is an Evergreen Podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.